Hey, Georgia. Thank you for joining me. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to another Digital Moment with Terina. Thank you so much for being on my Go Live, my live. And for this evening, we are going to be talking, okay? So I'm going to be answering all your questions. Please let me know if you're hearing me. I'm going to be answering your questions about living and teaching in the UAE. So please let me know if you're hearing me. You are. Okay, great. Thank you. So I have my notes here because I actually went through all of my videos and I tried my best to write down all the questions that have been asked on different topics so that I can answer them, okay? And while you join the live, please leave a thumbs up, give it a like, share this live with your friends, with especially those who are teachers or families that are looking to move to the UAE, okay? So we are going to start off with the first question that I wrote down, and this is not going to go in any specific order in terms of asking the questions. So if you have any questions, just drop them down. So I was asked this question: when you sponsor your parents, can they work? So I got this question from the last video that I did about sponsoring your family here in the UAE. And someone asked this question, and the answer is yes. When you sponsor your family, your parents rather, they can work here in the UAE. But if it is your intention to, allow them to work or for them to seek a job, it would be best for you to make myself a little more comfortable. It would be best for you to take them here on a tourist visa first before you do the sponsoring. Why? Because when they come on a tourist visa, then they can look a job. And then if they get a job, then the company that hired them will sponsor them, right? So that will save you money as the resident. It will save you money, and then they will get benefits, okay? Benefits that they will not get if you are the one who sponsor them. Keep in mind, if your parents are at the right age, okay, to work. Let me just log in with my phone before I continue. Okay, so, but if it is not your intention to have your parents, oh, hold on. Let me turn the volume off. If it is not your intention to have your parents working when they get here, you can go ahead and you can sponsor them. You can do it both ways. You can take them first on a tourist visa and then you put in the paperwork, or you can put in the paperwork first and then you start the sponsorship, okay? And keep in mind that if you're sponsoring your parents, you have to sponsor both parents at the same time. You cannot sponsor one parent unless unless one is deceased or divorced and you have papers to prove this, okay? Hey, Chevy, welcome. Thank you so much. Oh, you're in an exam? Just leave a thumbs up, my girl, and thank you so much for your support. You're always supporting me, and I'm encouraging everybody to jump over to your page if they want to know about the world. Chevy Globetrotter. Thank you so much. So that's my first question. The next one is, do you do all the visa and sponsoring for your family while they are in your home country? Okay. So this is a very good question and it relates to the first one. And you can do it both ways. Okay. You can start the paperwork when your family is back home, or you can start your paperwork when your family is here in the UAE. Okay, what I did is that only paperwork that I did was to make sure that all my documents were attested, such as my marriage certificate, the birth certificate, my daughter's recommendations from their school and school transcript, and all of that were attested before I left the country. Okay, and I made sure that when I came into the country, I had all of those documents ready so I could just put in the paperwork. Okay, and please check out my last video, how to sponsor your family in the UAE, for more information on this, because that will help you to gather all the documents needed. All right, good luck, Chevy, on your exam, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much, Georgia. Guys, please, Georgia reach 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for your support, because I know that a lot of you guys went over to Georgia and you supported her, and I wanted to continue to do that. Georgia is also a teacher here in the UAE, and we support each other. We shout out for each other. So you can go over to our page and you can also get information as well. Okay. Next question. Do schools hire and provide benefits for single mothers? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So if you're currently applying for schools, you will realize that you will see most of the jobs right now are for single teachers. That means teachers without children or teachers that are not married, because the schools are only going to provide single or shared accommodations, meaning you will get your own bathroom and bedroom, but you will share all other spaces such as the kitchen, living room, washroom, and living area. Okay? For some schools, you might share a bathroom if it's two persons sharing the apartment, but keep that in mind. So single teachers will get all the benefits, okay? The only difference would be like for the accommodations. So you'll get the same benefits as visas and renewals of visas and gratuity. You will also get the same benefits like traveling or traveling allowance, flights, same thing. And you will also get life insurance, your medical will be done, and also Emirates ID. Okay? So whether you are a single teacher, whether you have a family, all of these benefits are across the board, except for accommodations and tuition. Okay? Except for that. Another question is, should I come to the UAE as a tourist and then look for jobs or apply for jobs? This is a personal question. This is a personal question, guys. And it is something that you will definitely have to think about, personally or with your family. But if you're planning on coming to the UAE as a tourist, you have to think about a lot of things. It is going to be very expensive. So you'd have to think about your flight. You have to think about the cost for the flight, the cost for hotels and food and transportation. Okay? You have to take those factors into consideration if you are deciding to just come to the UAE as a tourist and look for a job. It might work for you because you're already in the country, so the schools will not have to think about, okay, I have to book a flight for this teacher. I have to bring this teacher in because you're already here. Okay? So it might work and it may not work for you. You might come and then it will take a little while for you to get a job. So you have to consider all of this. So Georgia is sharing that it's a good idea to be here when applying, but that's a challenge now seeing that the virus is on. Yes, that's true. I am, give me a minute, guys. I am so cold. Even though, just let me tell my daughter to turn off the AC. Yes, that's a very good point that you raised, Georgia. It's good if you're in the country, because you can apply for the jobs. But another thing is with the restrictions, seeing that the virus is, it's like it's spiking again. So that's a very hard decision if you're going to make that. And there has been job cuts, as mentioned by Georgia. There has been some job cuts as well here in the UAE, okay? And guess what, guys? You might be applying for jobs now, and it's May, and you're saying, okay, I'm not getting any response from the recruiters or from any schools. But keep in mind that it is early, but it's sort of late. Can you understand what I'm saying? It's late within the school year, but it is still early because I know for a fact, thank you. I know for a fact that come August, some schools are going to be needing teachers because that is the time that they will know, they'll find out that, okay, my English teacher is not coming back. My grade 2 teacher is not coming back. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're applying for jobs now and you realize that, oh, I'm not getting through, no one is calling me, I'm not getting any emails, don't give up. It is still early, but it's late in the school year, but it's still early. All right? There are many teachers, and I'm telling you this, many teachers will go home summer and they will not come back. Okay? They will not come back, and the schools will not know this until at the end of July, during August, or even in September. Hi, Divya, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. Guys, I'm seeing 10 persons on my live, only 4 likes. Click that thumbs up button, click the subscription button as well, okay? So that is a good point. Thank you so much, Georgia. Yes, persons will turn down offers. That is true. Because guess what? In 2017, when I was coming here, my first offer came from Kuwait, okay? And it was when, I think it was the second day that I arrived in the UAE, settled in the apartment, was about to get my SIM card. When I got the SIM card, I sent an email to the school in Kuwait and turned down that offer. Okay? Yep. So teachers will turn offers down very late because they will get a better offer and they will take the better offer, right? The best one. So hi Tashai, welcome. Oh, you are welcome. You are welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Please share this live with anyone that you think it will benefit. So I'm seeing a question here. Can I get 6 months training in a school while I'm doing my B.Ed, teaching English as a foreign language? Definitely, Diva. Definitely, you can get your experience. Once there's a school that is willing to take you in, it's like teaching practice. Back in Jamaica when I was doing my studies, we go and teach in practice like for 3 months. So if you can find a school Let me make sure I'm seeing. If you can find a school that will take you while you are studying and you're getting your experience, great. Put it on your resume, okay? It's, I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. My teacher from Nigeria, Esonwani. I don't want to oh my gosh. I don't want to pronounce your name wrong, but she says she's from Nigeria. We have been corresponding on Messenger. She has a HND and a PGDE from Nigeria. Hon, I would have to do my research though. Let me write this down because I'm currently putting information together about the American curriculum. So I'm going to do some research on this one as well. HND and PGDE. George, you have any idea what these qualifications are? Or Miss, can you explain? Provide me with some more information, please. But currently, to get a teaching job here in the UAE, and that means any of the Emirates, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Al Quwain, Fujairah, Ras Al Khaimah, Ajman, any of the 7 Emirates, you need to have a bachelor's degree in education or a bachelor's degree in the field that you want to teach in, okay? So whether it be in maths, English, literature, geography, history, physics, chemistry, whatever area, you need to have a bachelor's degree in that area, as well as minimum 2 years teaching experience. But there are some schools that will hire teachers that are newly qualified, okay? Newly qualified teacher. Yes, Georgia, I will research it as well. I'm not familiar with this one. So I hope the teacher could help me with it. Right? Please help me with that one provide us with some more information on these qualifications. But guess what? I have colleagues that are from Nigeria and they're currently teaching in one of the top schools here in Abu Dhabi that is owned by the government. It is a private school, but it's run by the government. So it's a semi-government entity. And they're from Nigeria and they're doing well, a part of the staff here. So I know you will get a job as well. I don't want the questions to pass. Device, and because I am willing to come to Dubai this year, hopefully, but need to do a training to complete my first year. Yes, complete your first year training. As you queen, the time runs off, okay? As your queen books, in no time you'll be finished. So it's better if you're here, you're qualified, and you have your experience, because teaching experience is your salary rather depends highly on your qualifications and on your teaching experience. Okay? So the more teaching experience you have and the more qualifications you have, the more pay you will get. Okay? Let me use my mouse so I don't have to stretch too far. I see more. Elise. Is this Alicia? Alicia? How do you honestly respond to an interview question that asks you about your experience in the UK or IB when you are coming from Jamaica? You're talking about the curriculum, right? I will assume you're talking about the curriculum. So I was asked this question when I was doing my interviews, both of them, because this is my second school here in the UAE. And to be honest, okay, all right, to be honest, the curriculums, they are the same in terms of the components of them. The American curriculum, don't move too fast. The American curriculum deals with the Common Core, right? The Common Core standards. And it's based on, different states in the US. But in Jamaica, it has similar features such as the 5 E's. You know those? Explore, expand, explain, evaluate. I don't remember the other one. Engage, right? Not in that same order. But those 5 E's are similar components of the American curriculum that we use here in the UAE. It also deals with STEM. And I know in Jamaica, STEM is a part of the National Standard Curriculum, because I did the training for that one as well, where you implement science, technology, engineering, and math. And in some case, it's stream, because you put art with that as well. So it's just how you word it, okay? Yes, you may not be using the American curriculum in Jamaica, but you are familiar with aspects of the American curriculum, similar to the UK curriculum, right? CSEC and subjects like those in Jamaica are similar to the UK or the British curriculum here in Jamaica. And I know that Georgia will, yep, the same thing Georgia is saying even before I looked at at our comment. It's just how you word it, guys. And you know what I did when I was looking for a job, when I was applying to the school, and they set up the interview for me? I went on their school website, and there's always a slot there that provides information about the school and the curriculum and their mission statement and all of that. And I would just go on it and I will read up. So when they ask me about the curriculum, I am going to mention these things because I know that they are aware of it and it was mentioned on their website. But I put it in a way where it's not as if I am using it in Jamaica. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, thank you. All right, go ahead and ask your questions. Let me go back up. I don't want to miss any. Tasha is saying, I see most schools are asking for the US or UK curriculum experience. What are the differences? Oh, the same thing. Yep, the same thing. And when you think about the American curriculum as well, it is standard based, okay? So it starts from KG up to grade 12. So there are specific standards that as teachers and as a school that we want these children to achieve through math, English, reading, and science, okay? But most of all, math and English, literacy and math. And also, the American curriculum is flexible because when international schools use it, they are able to adapt the American curriculum to their country and to their culture, okay? Because especially here in my school, there are some aspects of it that are tied into the UAE culture. You will see things like falconry, or instead of horse racing, you will see camel racing, or you'll see a sentence with camels, or you'll see something with when we are using, like we're teaching money and we're talking about nickels and dimes, the US currency, we can easily intertwine the UAE currency into that. So it's very flexible. I don't know if you're understanding what I'm saying. It's all about how you word it. You understand, guys? But don't worry, I'll be doing a video on that. I started my research on Friday, so that I'm going to create a video with the British and the American curriculum and how it is similar to the Jamaican curriculum as well. Okay, let me see. Many of these sites to sign up on seem to prefer single applicants. Okay, that is true. Because remember, not to remember, let me tell you, here in the UAE, education is not only a priority in regards to you want the future and all of that. But here in the UAE, education is like a business, okay? It is a business. When I went for an orientation the first time here at my current school, the CEO referred to the parents as customers, okay? They refer to them as customers. So when you have a business, you're all about saving money. So if a school can save money by hiring single teachers, they will do that. They will do that, okay? If cutting costs, hiring single teachers is good for that, they will definitely do that. But do not let that deter you. Because when I came here first in 2017, I came by myself because I took a job that was for a single teacher, hoping, based on the interview, that I would be able to take my family by the end of the first term, right? That's, in Christmas, December time. It didn't work out like that because when I came, I realized that the allowance, yes, they gave me an apartment. It was very good. It was a shared apartment, but I had my own room. I had my own bathroom. The room was big enough so I could create my own little kitchenette area and all of that. But at the end of the day, when I wanted to take my family with me, the allowance that they were going to give me, I couldn't get an apartment with it. Right? The apartments were so expensive compared to the money that they were going to give me, and then I couldn't afford it. Okay, I couldn't afford the apartment on my own. So I had to leave my family for 1 year. And during that 1 year, I am in the country now. So that gave me an advantage in regards to applying for jobs. So I started looking for jobs. Okay? I started looking for jobs. And then I got, this job that I have now that provides for families. So guys, and this is a question that was asked, in one of my videos, if I would recommend that persons with families take a job that is catering for singles. If you can separate yourself from your family, if you can be away from your family for 1 year, for 1 term or 2 terms, go ahead. I have colleagues and friends that are very close to me that came here by themselves, and then they take their family, right? They sponsor the family. In some cases like mine, I went home and I, returned with my daughters, and my other friends, their spouses, came with the child or children. Okay. So if you are getting that offer, do the interview, at least apply and do the interview. Check out the offer, talk to them. During the interview, when they ask you this question, or they say, they're giving you a chance, say, do you have any questions for us? Ask them about benefits for your family. Ask them about the possibility that, when you get settled, if you can take your family with you. Because at the end of the day, you're doing all of this to get a better life for yourself and your family, right? So I would encourage you to do that. If you have somebody to take care of your children, and you can leave them for at least a year. All right, so can you explain about the dress code of the teachers and the culture in schools, like students allow the mobile phones or not, etc.? Because it is very different from my country. I'm from Sri Lanka. Okay, let's talk about the dress code first. So as a teacher here, I am not mandatory to wear an abaya. An abaya is worn by Arab Muslim women, the black dressing. And the shela, that's the headscarf, I'm not mandated to wear it. I'm not obligated to wear that, but there are teachers, especially in the public school, that wear the abaya. And I know of a friend that she told me that it is required for them to wear and abaya, okay? But in my school, which is a private school, I basically wear casual and not casual, formal and semi-formal, okay? Formal and semi-formal dresses, dress code to work. I can wear I wear pants, I wear skirts, but long skirts, all the way down to my ankles because of my choice. I have friends who wear skirts to their knees, but they have stockings or leggings under that. Okay? And I make sure that I am well covered with no cleavage out. I make sure that my sleeves, my arm is covered. So I mostly wear long sleeve shirts, okay, or cardigans or jackets. Most of them are long sleeve, and I have a few that covers 3/4 that covers up to my elbows, okay? Personally, for me, dress code is not a problem because back home in Jamaica, I would dress very formal than I'm dressing here. Here is a bit more relaxed than Jamaica, but just make sure that you are fully covered, okay? Make sure that you're fully covered and your clothes is not tight to expose yourself, all right? So that is another thing to make sure of. So, what is the culture in schools like? Students are not allowed to take phones to school based on my knowledge, but guess what? I am teaching in at the primary level, so we don't really have those situations where students will bring cell phones. But I know in the high school era, if students bring their phone, they have to fill out some form, and the parents have to give permission, and the school have to give permission for those students to take their phones as well, okay? Because keep in mind that this is a Muslim country, and depending on the population of the class in terms of boy and girl, you will have some girls that are covered, they're wearing their shayla, and if they're in a full class with just girls and they try to, they just want to relax and they take it off, and then somebody go video that or take a picture, that is like a serious offense. But based on my knowledge, students are not allowed to take phones to the classroom unless they are given permission. And if they take it to the school, sometimes it is left at the front desk or with an admin. Okay, but now that it is online learning, students are allowed to take their devices such as their computers or tablets to school. Okay. Okay, Elisa is aware of the 5 E's. Yes. Yes, it's the same thing. A lot of the components are the same. But even in the NSC, the National Standard Curriculum in Jamaica, there are a set of standards that you want your students to achieve, right? The same thing with the American curriculum and the British curriculum. You just want your kids to achieve these standards by the end of the school year. And the things are the strategies you will put in place for them to achieve it. Georgia's lifestyle. The key is to research the curriculum and convince them in the interview that it's just a different name. Exactly, with the same components. It's just the way you talk, man. Just, in Jamaica, we just chat your way through the thing. Just chat your way through the thing. Trust me. If you are a middle leader, would you recommend that I apply as a regular teacher? I would recommend that you apply for both positions. Apply for both positions. Okay? So if you're a middle leader, like a middle management leader, like a supervisor or peer coordinator, grade level leader, something like that, go ahead and apply for those positions. Apply for those positions. Don't limit yourself. Also apply as a regular teacher as well. because you can come and get 1 year experience in the classroom, and then you can apply, because schools usually start applications, they announce the vacancies within the school, okay? So you'll receive an email stating that so and so position is open. So qualified applicants should, apply if you wish. So I would recommend that you do both. You do both. What about the dress code of a teacher? Indian teacher can wear shari. I'm assuming this is your national dress, right, Anita? But in the private schools, no. In the public schools, I've never seen that either. So I don't know if in the, because you have Indian schools here. I don't know if in those Indian schools, Indian teachers are allowed to wear the shari. Because if I remember, that dress has a part where the belly here, the stomach area here is out, right? And I don't think that's allowed. I think that national dress, the Indian dress, it is a bit revealing in terms of the areas that are showing. So I think you would have to consider that. But so far, what I've seen teachers that are fully covered, because at my first school we had more Indian teachers than we have now. And I usually see the teachers, they are fully covered, but they have the scarf that they drape on their shoulders. Okay? And I hope I'm describing this. I don't want to cause an offense, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. Ishan, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Please subscribe to my channel and hit that like button as well. Thank you for joining. So Georgia is saying that unless the school says abaya, you can wear whatever you want to wear as long as you are fully covered. Exactly. As long as you're fully covered. You can wear flat heels. You can wear sneakers. You can wear loafers. You can even wear those slippers that have the straps, even a flip-flop, but it's not a flip-flop if it have the strap around the heel. So that is how relaxed most of the schools are here. I have a question. If someone studied their teaching degree online or distant learning, could you still apply for a post in the UAE primary level? Yes, you could. Yes, you could. Please go ahead and apply, because I did my master's online and I'm here. So if you do but the thing is though that I would recommend, make sure you have the experience. You have the in-class, face-to-face experience, okay? Make sure you have that as well. Hey, Carrie, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Okay, thanks, Georgia. But these questions are asked when you say you are interested and filling out the forms, not in a personal interview. I do understand what you're saying, Tasha. I do understand what you're saying. But trust me, once you Google search the American curriculum and the UK curriculum, you'll realize that they are similar even to the curriculum that you are using. Okay? Yes, unless it's National Day. I've only seen them fully dressed, and then they have the scarf, the scarf thing on their shoulders. I've never seen them in the entire dress. Anita, I am definitely going to do some more research on this, and I will definitely let you know about the American and the British curriculum. Trust me, guys. I don't think it is as complicated, you know. It's not complicated at all. It is similar, trust me. It is similar because I've never used it before until I was coming here. And as I said to you, I went on the school's website and I read up on the curriculum that they were using, and I went on Google, and then I did some research, and then I compared it to the NSC in Jamaica, and I realized that yes, it was the same. Yes. Thank you, Georgia. Hey, Black Girl TT, welcome. Thank you for your support. Oh, thank you, Anita. All right, you're welcome, Anita. Yes. IB is different from the British curriculum. Oh, yes. International Bachelorette. Is that it, Georgia, the International Bachelorette? I hope so. All right. So let me go back to the questions here in my book. What resources does the school provide you with to teach your lessons? So my school, okay, good. Georgia and Black Girl TT are saying yes. And guys, please support Georgia's lifestyle and Black Girl TT. You'll find similar videos to mine, like the ones that I put out on my channel, similar content and more. They are both teachers here in Abu Dhabi as well, okay? And they will be happy to help you. So the resources that the school gives us, teaching and learning, we have laptops, we get laptops, desktop computers, projectors, interactive whiteboards, and I'm just the technological devices right now. And we have iPads as well, okay? We get iPads for ourselves as teachers and for the students to use. But the iPads that we get, those stay at school. All right, so each morning, my TA would have to go to the admin office, and if I have 2 students or 3, she would then take back devices for them if they did not bring any device to school, seeing that it is COVID, right? But those are the basic ones that we get, and we will get like the earphones or the headsets for the students to use as well, okay? We also get a lot of hands-on manipulatives, a lot of materials and books and all the resources that you will think about, such as the stationary resources, we get those. Because in August, the first week of August, during orientation, we would send in our list, and then the school will provide things for us. And because of COVID, if it wasn't for COVID, I would have more things, because last year we were given a budget as teachers at my school, and the admin, they gave us this website that we could go on and we could order whatever we want to order for our class. But because of COVID and the restrictions that we have in school, there was a hold was placed on that. So the good thing about working here, one of the good things is that you get a lot of resources, tons of resources to use in your classroom, okay? And another question is, what apps or learning platforms do you use to teach online? So I am using Teams now, Microsoft Teams. First, we usually use Zoom, but they switch over to Microsoft Teams, and I have my lessons there. That's where I teach from daily. Then I have this other platform that is called Shobi, and this is where I upload students' assignment and homework in. In Shobi, I can also post videos for the students and worksheets. They can also work on the worksheet during the live lessons, and I can mark the worksheets during the lives. I can check it and give feedback during the live lessons using Shobi. All right. And another platform that I use Nearpod. And Nearpod, it's an interactive app or platform that I create lessons on. So once I create my lessons on Nearpod, I can then share the link with my students during our live lessons in Teams, and I can just bring it up on my screen. And if I have 15 students or 10 students working, I can see little squares or rectangle shaped thing with each of the slides that they're working on. So I can see Hamdan, Matar, Miriam, I can see everyone's work popping up. All right? So that is one. And we use reading apps such as RazKids, okay? And what's the other one that I use? I use Kuman. Kuman is a math program that I use as well. And this comes from Japan, okay? So my school partner with this company in Japan, and we have this platform that we use, and the students work independently on that one, okay? Tasha is saying we use Microsoft Teams as well. I love Teams. It is simple, but the thing is, come next year, we are going to change from Microsoft Teams and start using what is called Blackboard. Blackboard, yes. And another a disadvantage with working online is that each time we get used to these apps, they change them. Okay, all right, let me see. I have experience, Anita says, I have experience in the CBSE. With 6 years experience in kindergarten with But Anita, it sounds like you're very well qualified to teach here in the UAE. What has your experience been applying for the jobs? Lisa is saying, why is it so difficult to apply to Aldar Academies, GEMS, and Ruwais? Are you talking about, which of the schools in Ruwais are you talking about? Because I'm living in Ruwais. Hey, I'm living in Ruwais, and there is about 10 to 15 teachers, Jamaican teachers here in Ruwais. Thank you, Georgia and Kuman. Kuman and Raz. This is Raz Plus. Raz Plus is the same as reading A to Z. Okay? And keep in mind that some of these, I know Nearpod, there's a free version in Nearpod, but you're limited to the amount of lessons that you can recreate and save. But Seesaw, Shobi, RazKids, all of these are paid, okay? Kuman is a paid app. I don't know if there's a free app to it, a free version, but you can try. Okay, let me go back up. As I was saying, I am in Ruwais. I am living in Ruwais, and this is my 3rd year in Ruwais. And I am going to, oh my word. I need to, Lisa, I don't know if you have this, this one. I'm going to be sharing this link. It's an email address. You can send your email to that one. No, that's not fair. You can't tell me to pronounce your name right and you'll subscribe. You subscribe because you love the content. Ishan, Ishan Shergill, I don't know. All right, I just sent you one, but trust me, I'm going to send some. I'm going to put some in the description, okay? I promise you that. I will put some in the description, and I'll write the names of the schools that are here in Ruwais, in the Western region, that you can apply to. All right? Let me go back up. I don't want to miss any of the comments. Okay, we shared the app names already. Having sent several applications, these organizations seems difficult to reach. For even last week, Georgia did a video on vacancies in the UAE. So check out Georgia's lifestyle for that video. And I saw where she posted some screenshots of jobs that's of schools or agencies that are still looking for teachers. All right. So don't give up, even though it seems daunting and discouraging, but don't give up though. Keep trying. And I'll definitely post the link or email address for some of the schools here in Ruwais, okay? That one post. Anita, will you suggest that what post will give me a better future, whether kindergarten or primary teacher? I'm not sure if I'm understanding what you're asking, Anita. Is it that you're asking if you apply as a primary teacher here in the UAE, you will have a better future, or you will have a better opportunity of getting a job, or as a kindergarten teacher? Oh, I got her name correct. Make sure you subscribe and share my link with your friends. All right. Anita, is that what you're asking? If you apply as a primary teacher, is it better for you to get a job, or as a kindergarten teacher? Oh, all right. I'm going to answer it based on this. And I like to use my own experience because, it's good. When you try something and it works, I like to talk about it. When I got my first job here, I've been teaching grade 1 for 4 years in Jamaica. I have a bachelor's degree in primary education, diploma in primary education, and a master's in primary, not kindergarten. But I taught kindergarten for 1 year. My first year here in the UAE, I was in KG as a KG teacher, right? So I didn't let that hold me back. When I applied, I love to put like I'm applying for a primary teacher, but any other vacancies suitable for my qualifications, okay? And remember that kindergarten teachers can teach up to grade 3, all right? Okay. Do you still have teaching assistants in virtual space? Lisa, you're asking if I have teaching assistants in virtual space. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And every day my assistant has to log in to my sessions with me as well. And then I create breakout rooms in Teams where she will have some of the students, whether, say for instance, we're doing English, she will have some of the students practicing letter sounds because I'm teaching grade 1. So she'll be practicing letter sounds or sight words, or if we are doing writing, she will helping them with their sentences, while I'm working with another group, trying to write stories instead of sentences. Let's say that. But yes, our assistants still log in during the live lessons nonetheless, okay? Okay. Is training provided for new teachers in all the virtual applications? Let me get some water. Excuse me a minute. Yes, training is provided for all teachers, not only new teachers, but for all teachers. Today at 3 p.m. after school, I had to do a PD with a new application that we will start use in September. So yes, you will definitely get training. Any application that they roll out, you will get training for that. And we know that even though the school will provide training and you are sitting there during the PD and you're watching the screen and everything, the best way to learn is to click on it and go through it yourself, okay? But yes, you will get training. Whether you are a new teacher or a seasoned teacher, you will get training, all right? And we also work together as a year group. So during our planning sessions as well, we will take the time and go over some of the things that we learned or just to play around with some of the apps during those sessions as well, okay? Um, okay, yes, definitely resend it, and I'm definitely going to send you I'm going to drop some links in this in the description after I end the live, okay? By the way, you have done a good job of pronouncing my name. Oh, good. Elaine is saying, good morning, Terry. Not a teacher, but I'm here watching and listening so I could help someone else. I've shared your link to a friend because I think it could help her. Thank you so much. Mission accomplished. And that is why I started this YouTube channel back in March, because I want to help teachers. You know, Georgia and I will usually we talk about this every day, that when we were looking jobs here, we just went on YouTube and we started watching the videos, right? And then we would leave comments and they will respond. We even correspond with people on Facebook. Okay? So mission accomplished with that one. All right. Thanks, Georgia, that you sent a message to me to join the live chat with Terry. Oh, thank you, Georgia. Guys, go over to Georgia's lifestyle. She is willing to help. That is like our mission. And if you go over there, you realize that she looks like me. Yes. We are sisters from another mother and father. I swear something went wrong there with the genetics. I swear we are related. All right. What has been your experience with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs? And you're talking in Jamaica? You're mentioning Jamaica, Alice? Alicia? Okay, I'm going to assume that you're talking about the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Jamaica. And if not, I'll share experience with the Foreign Affairs Ministry here in the UAE as well. So you know that a part of the requirements to teach here in the UAE is that you have to have your qualifications and all important documents attested in Jamaica. Okay? First, you take all educational documents. That means your degree, your transcript, work experience recommendation to Ministry of Education, get it signed and stamped, and then you take it to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. When I was doing that, I had no problems at all working with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs back in Jamaica. I even sent my husband there while I was here, and he had no problems at all. Okay, good. So I'm answering your questions. I didn't have any problems. Didn't have any problems. The thing is, you have to make sure that whatever you're doing, you do it within ample time, that you have enough time that when you send the documents to Foreign Affairs, if it's taking longer than a week, you have time. Okay, you have time. And I know teachers that while they are here, they have to send documents back home. You have to FedEx the documents back home, and you pay for express. You know that is going to be a little more expensive, so you pay for that to get your documents back in, on time. right? So I didn't have any problem with Ministry of Affairs back home in Jamaica. And then when you come here in the UAE, you have to get them attested as well. Ministry of Foreign Affairs here in the UAE, you have to get them attested here. And last time I checked, it cost about 160 dirhams. I wonder how much that is. Let me check that out. Just to give you a rough estimate of what it will cost you to attest one document here. And I don't know if Black Girl T.E.R. Georgia had attested anything recently, but the last time I did, it was 160 dirhams, and that was about 44 US dollars and 6,507 Jamaican dollars. So keep that in mind that when you are getting your documents attested, 150 plus VAT. Okay, still around the same. So keep that in mind when you're attesting documents here in the UAE as well, okay? Another question that I was asked, was it hard for you to adjust in your first year? So for me, it was hard, yes, because I left my family back home and I did not know anyone when I came here. I always say not even a grain of sand I did not know, okay? Did not know anyone, so it was very hard to adjust to being by myself and to be away from my children and my husband. But you know, as the term progresses, I met people. You know, I had friends, and then I started going to church, and I made friends at church. So that helped me to get settled as well. Okay, Georgia is saying that the last time my friend did it, I think it was 180 dirhams. Okay, we will just have to figure, and this is something that you can Google no matter where you are, okay? We can double check that. We can do research and double check. So another question was, what is what is what is Ramadan like for a Jamaican and nightlife during Ramadan? Okay, so Ramadan ended about 2 weeks ago, and as you know, Ramadan is the holy month for Muslims, month of fasting. So for me as a Jamaican, Ramadan doesn't affect my lifestyle really, but it affects my life as a teacher because my teaching hours, you know, cut short like for 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours in some cases. So I started working at 9:40, and by 1:30, I was finished with all my classes. Yep. So we love Ramadan as teachers because of the time. Okay. Now, because of the fasting, because we don't really fast during Ramadan, but for me, this Ramadan, I tried to do more exercise. I started a jump rope challenge and I tried my best to cut down on sugar, which was not very successful. The sugar part wasn't very successful. Nightlife, really, I didn't go anywhere during Ramadan. Because I live in the western region of Abu Dhabi in Ruwais, and it is about 2.5 hours away from Abu Dhabi city. So I didn't go anywhere. Okay. I just stayed in Ruwais, and it didn't affect me negatively, but as Black Girl TT said, in a good way. Okay. In a good way. And we try our best to respect our colleagues, our Muslim colleagues, when they're fasting. So we don't eat in front of them, we don't drink in front of them. We try to be, you know, just to be a good colleague, a good friend to them. Because, you know, persons are going through fasting, and just like Christians, it's a spiritual time. So you want to be at peace, you want to be calm, stuff like that. So it doesn't bother me negatively. It's good. All right. I see. How do you treat Saduquaya? How do you treat forms that require you to know the date of your licensing? I don't have a license as a teacher. I don't have a license as a teacher, but I would always put the date I received my bachelor's. Seriously. That's what I did when I don't know if Georgia or Black Girl Titi can add anything to that, but that's what I did. I don't have a license as a teacher here in the UAE. I think that is being put in place by ADEC. So, not long from now, we will all be licensed to teach here in the UAE, okay? But I usually put that, the date I received my degree, my teaching degree, or my diploma, because that's when I started teaching. Okay, so Elisa, I hope that helps. That's what I did. Terina, you misunderstood. You pronounce okay, all right. Yes, happy to know I pronounce your name properly. All right. Another question. Do you get Jamaica food to buy over here? No. Oh my gosh, this is something I wish I knew before I moved to Dubai, before I moved to the UAE. I don't get to buy Jamaican food. I can't go to the supermarket and just pick up a tin of ackee or pick up, you know, some seasoning, some Maggi seasoning. No, no, I can't. There are some websites that was shared with me, but I didn't use them to order food online, but I haven't used them. So you know what? Anybody coming to the UAE, when you're watching this video now or you watch a replay, carry some saltfish or you bring some seasoning, okay? But we can't just go to the store and buy certain things. Yes, you can get fruits and vegetables and herbs, but you can't get the authentic Jamaican food, okay? You can't get them like sawfish, cock soup, crackers, stuff like that. You can't get it, okay? And what grade do you teach? As I mentioned earlier, I teach grade 1. So when I just came here, I did kindergarten. I taught kindergarten for 1 year. I taught grade 2 for 2 years, and I'm now teaching at grade 1, okay? And I teach math, English, science, social studies, all the core subjects in English. So as an English teacher, I only focus on those subjects and I'm not required to teach in Arabic, okay? Will the teaching experience with my diploma count? Yes, it will. So this was a question that was asked. So when I love to talk about myself, you know? I love to talk about myself. When I was doing my first interview, I had just finished just 1 year with my bachelor's, okay? 1 year. So I only taught 1 year with my bachelor's, but I've taught 3 years with this. So when the principal asked me, but you have only taught for a year, then I would have to explain my teaching experience with my diploma. And then I told her I've been teaching so and so. So with my diploma, I went ahead and I got my degree while I was still teaching. So yes, your years before your degree will count. Okay? That is why it is important for you to get a letter of stating your years of experience from your current and past schools, and also letters of recommendation. And these should be attested because your letter of experience, it will contribute to your salary, guys. Yes. Unfortunately for me, when I was moving from my first school to this one, I did not provide an experience letter for my first school in Abu Dhabi. Why? Because I did not want the school to know that I was leaving. Yes, I did not want the school to know that I was leaving because I was breaking the contract. I broke my first contract and it cost me a lot of money. So I will not encourage anyone to break their contracts. If you can avoid it, please avoid it, okay? You can break your contract while you're on probation, which will last like for 6 months. So within that 6 months, you decide that, you know what, I'm not going to stay with this school. I found a better job. I got a better offer. You can move on within this period, within this time. But when your probation time has ended and you break your contract, whether it's a 2 years contract or a 3 years contract, you might face penalties. Okay? Get the information on that before you proceed. You can always contact Ministry of Labor here in the UAE, and they will give you all the information that you need in regards to your contract and what are your rights. Okay, what can you do or what you can't do. When I brought that contract, and I'm just sharing this with you because things can happen. We don't know what the future will bring, okay? And this was a sacrifice that I made because that school wasn't providing me with tuition and accommodation for my family. So I had to make the choice. I end up paying for flights because they already booked a return flight for me to go to Jamaica. So I had to pay for one leg of that, the return leg. I have to pay them back. I also paid for, what did I pay for? I paid for medical and some other miscellaneous stuff. And then I paid for almost 45 days of my salary. Yep, that cost me about that. And it was in my contract. It is by law here in the UAE. Okay, they will tell you how many days you will have to pay if you break the contract. Okay, guys? So keep that in mind before you decide to break a contract. Okay, and I'm winding down. How long before you took your family and children with you to the UAE? As I mentioned earlier, it took me 1 year to do that. Okay, cost me a penny in terms of moving on from this school. And keep in mind too, this is something that I want to share with you because it has happened to other teachers. Cannot pass 90 days salary. No, it cannot pass 90 days, but it can go close to that because it cost me 45 days. And that is a lot of money. Trust me, a whole heap of money. Because when I mentioned in a previous video that teachers here can earn a minimum of 10,000 dirhams up to about 16 to 21,000 dirhams. And you're looking at up to 5,000 US dollars per month. So can you imagine how much? But that is the law. That is the law. All right. But schools will put other things on it because it is within their right. Another thing that will happen, and mark my word, it can happen, that schools can place bans on you. What do I mean by that? So if I'm working in Abu Dhabi and I decide to resign from my school, excuse me guys, my lips are dry. If I decide to, resign and get another job, the school can place a ban on me, meaning that I will not be able to work in the Emirates of Abu Dhabi for maybe 6 months or 1 year. But I can work in Dubai, I can work in the other Emirates. And if there is something that I did in regards to my integrity, in regards to some legal actions, something regarding even students and management or discipline, I can even be banned from the country. Okay? So keep that in mind when you are planning on moving on. All right? Okay. And in regards to family again, remember all documents relating to your family, to your children, to your spouse must be attested in your own country and also be attested here in the UAE. Okay? Would you recommend, another question, would you recommend applying for jobs that, I think I answered this one already, that cater to singles or dependents? I think someone asked this question before, and that's a personal thing. If you think that, yes, you really need this job, and the first opportunity is for a single teacher, go ahead. If you can keep the family, go ahead. All right? Go ahead. If you can come here without your family and you can spend at least 1 year or 6 months without them, go right ahead. Take that job. It's strange to say this in a Muslim country, but the first water Axim wash, you hear? First water Axim wash. So take the opportunity, guys. Honestly, take the opportunity. Come and see what the country is about. Come and get that international experience under your belt, and then you can apply for other schools. You're welcome, Latoya. You're welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Remember to subscribe. Remember to share this live. Share my videos with your friends. Any other questions? Okay. Where do you attest your marriage certificate in Jamaica? Okay, Black Girl TT, thank you so much for asking this question. And you get your documents attested at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. All legal documents are attested at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Jamaica. Okay? But remember, you have to make sure that your document, it is authentic. So when you're going to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, make sure you have the original plus the copy. And the copy must be in colored. Try and get it colored. It's nice. It looks more real. Try to get it in colored, and you go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and you can get it attested there as well. And also in any other country, you have foreign affairs there, get it done there. Unfortunately, in Jamaica, there is no UAE embassy. So you have to get that attested when you arrive here in the UAE. When I just came here, there was a Jamaican embassy in Kuwait. Yes, there was a Jamaican embassy in Kuwait, and for some reason, I don't know why that office closed down. I think it was in 2018 or 2019. I don't know why, but that office closed down. And you know what? Too? When I just came here, I didn't know I could. I didn't know I could just take my documents to the Foreign Affairs office here in UAE. No, I send them to Kuwait. Yes, I paid all that money and I send them to Kuwait, and then they send it back to me. I'm like, I didn't know this. So this is why I am putting these videos out to you so you don't fall in those traps like I did. All right? Okay, yes, you come and spend 6 months. Yes, that is true, Georgia. Come and spend at least 6 months. Come and spend some time before you take your family, because you don't know what will happen. You don't know if you will like it, if you will move on. Hey, I go to orientation today, Sunday, because the work week starts from Sunday to Thursday, right? So I did one work week already. Yes, did one work day. Sorry, I want someone to come work day, and I went to orientation like Sunday. And by the time we go home, two teachers are missing. They're like, oh nope, I'm not staying here. This is not for me. And they went home, or they got another job. So it is best if you come and test the waters first. All right. All right, so let me go back up. Yes, yes, Georgia, thank you for stating that again. The educational documents must first go to the Ministry of Education first before Foreign Affairs. And these include degrees, diplomas, transcripts, and what's this? Experience letters and recommendation letters as well. All of these go to Ministry of Education first, then Foreign Affairs. All right. You guys are doing excellent job. Oh, thank you, Elisa. It is good to see these resources with a Jamaican flavor. Yes. Oh my God. If my target audience was only Jamaican, would I chat more patois? But because say YouTube is international, it's global, I have to mix it up. But you hear so we talk the broken language in between. All right, thank you so much, Elisa. Thank you so much for, and guys, you can reach me on, I'm gonna put if you can read my name, T.E.R. on Facebook. I have 2 pages on Facebook. I have a personal page and a business page on Facebook that you can reach me. Okay, Tarina Young Davis. You can send me a message. And then my personal profile is Tarina Ever Young. Yeah, that's my name, Ever Young. And that's personal. All right, that's the personal one. Send me a message, please. All right, and then I'll reach out to you. And I know persons would like to reach out to me via email, but guess what, guys? I don't think I can commit to that because my plate is very full. Not only am I a full-time teacher, I also run an online business. And as you see, I do YouTube, plus take care of my family. So I really don't want to commit myself to be taking in emails, okay? But if you send me a message on Messenger and so on, I will respond to the message, at a convenient time. All right? So, your how long is your December holidays? Okay, we usually get holidays like for 3 weeks. Right, Georgia and Black Girl TT, for 3 weeks? I think so. 3 weeks. So it's because it's usually around December 12th, round about there. And then we go back to school like the first week of January, maybe like the first week, anywhere between the 1st and the 5th of January, in between there. So it's usually like 3 weeks in December. But trust me, we get the same holidays as everyone. But the thing is, here in the UAE, boy, you get one heap of holiday, lots of holiday. Last week week before last, it was the end of Ramadan. So we had Eid, and we went to school on Sunday and Monday, and we didn't go back to school until the next Sunday. So we got like 3 days plus the weekend. So that's 5 days. Okay? So we get a lot of holidays here, plus the regular ones. All right? Let me go back up. I don't want to miss anything. Lisa, tell us about the high school experience in UAE. I am a history teacher. The best person to answer this question is Black Girl TT. She's a math teacher at the high school level. She has a YouTube channel as well, Black Girl TT. She will be happy to help you. Okay, Elisa? And Elisa, guess what? In December, a school in Ruwais was looking for a history teacher. Yes. I don't know if they got one as yet, but they were looking for a history teacher. Yep. So if you answer, you can drop any questions here. I know Black Girl TT will answer your questions, all right? Oh, you see? She's ahead of me. Boy, me tell you, Trust me. You see the support we get here as Jamaicans and as Jamaican YouTubers in the Middle East, it turn right up. See, Black Girl TTL have to answer question even before me say anything. Even before me say anything. All right. Tasha, is it two stamps on one document to be attested? That means from the Ministry and Foreign Affairs. You need, yes, two stamps. Two stamps. Hold on. Hold on. Then, okay, yes, Tasha, you need two stamps. The stamp for the Ministry of Education will go at the front, and the stamp for Foreign Affairs will go at the back. I just sent my daughter for, I'm sorry for shouting if you heard me. I just sent her for my documents. I'm going to show you. You see this little red pouch? Anywhere me I go, I don't leave this one. I don't leave. I tell you girls, anything happen, grab this. Anything happen, just grab this one. All right, I'm going to show you. I'm going to try and find one of the documents. All right, so this is my diploma in teaching. So here you have the stamp from the Ministry of Education, and it just states Ministry of Education certified to be a true copy of the original document. That's the only thing they put on it, okay? And then they stamp it, and it's Marshall. I don't know what Marshall. See, right there. I don't know if it, see? That's it. And then here at the back, this one, this one was the first. This was the first one. I don't know if you're seeing that. This writing right here, and this one, this is from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Jamaica. And it says, I, Kimberly D. Morgan, hereby certify that the signature with the stamp appearing on the face of this document is that of Felicia H. Marshall, Ministry of Education, Kingston, Jamaica. So when you get it stamped at Ministry of Education first, you take it to Foreign Affairs to get it verified. Yep, you get it to get it verified, right? Then that person will put their stamp on it, and you can see authenticating officer. This one is from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs here in the UAE. It is a sticker, right? I think I need to put a little glue on this because I did this in 2017 and it is lifting up a little. So I'm going to put some glue on this to keep it down, right? And these two stamps, and as I mentioned earlier, when I just came here, I didn't know that I didn't have to send it to Kuwait, but I sent it the same way because you know when a company person's giving you advice, so I end up sending it to Kuwait, and I got these two stamps, but I didn't need these. So originally, I just need the one on the front. This one, Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Jamaica, then I get this when I come here. All right? And that's it. I hope I answered your question. Okay. Yes. Thank you for that, Black Girl TT. Hey, Ricky. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much, Ricky. Yes, Black Girl TT confirmed that. So 3 stamps, 2 in Jamaica and 1 here in the UAE. So 1 Ministry of Education, 1 Foreign Affairs in Jamaica, and 1 here in the UAE as well. Yes, my package ever ready, Georgia. It's a package ever ready. Anything happen, I always say it, 3 things I'm grabbing when anything happen. My 2 pitney and this red pouch. 2 pitney and this 2 red pouch. It has everything in it. Ah. Oh, thank you, Tashai. Let me see. Yes, man, I'm well prepared, man. I mean, I tell you, I know, say, it have like a rainy day, something like too, you know. If you know what like a rainy day, something I mean, it have like a rainy day thing in it, you know. So when I grab this and grab the 2 pitney them, I don't care what else I want to leave behind me. I don't care what I want to leave. Let me see. I'm seeing another quest. Dr. IT. I don't want to pronounce your name incorrectly. Dr. IT Gar. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Doctor. Thank you for joining us. You have 10 years of university teaching experience and PhD. Can I get a teaching job in the UAE? Yes, you can get a teaching job here in the UAE. But regardless of your master's and your PhD, and I'm talking from experience, schools here in the UAE are they're looking at your degree as well, okay? So I hope that your degree also matches your qualification, not your years of experience. And keep in mind too, that I'm only speaking on my experience at the primary level, at the elementary level, okay? And also I can talk for teachers at the high school level as well. Don't touch that, I said, me ready to something come here, none at all. So I know you will get a job. You just have to start applying. You just have to send out your applications, okay? Send out your applications. Georgia is saying that when going to the MOE, go early and tell them that you're traveling from far, far. So you have to wait for the document. They will try to tell you to come back next day. Yes, when you go to MOE, trust me, they'll tell you that this person is not there. You know how much time I got to look for Grace McLean, I couldn't find her? You know how much days? Yes, so if you can go early and talk to them. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, I know. Georgia never leave the country without her bag as well. Are jobs provided for spouses as well? Latoya? No. No, Latoya. No, in terms of that when schools will provide you as a teacher with a job, they will provide you with traveling and all the other benefits such as health insurance, medical, and all of that. But you will also be able to sponsor your spouse and your children. But your spouse would have to look at job for him or herself. Okay? So there are many jobs here. Every single job you can think of, you can find it here in the UAE. But the thing is, it's not as easy for some jobs as it is for teaching if you're here in the UAE. And that's what I'm saying. And I can't provide you with, enough information about the jobs that your spouse can get. But I have a similar challenge like what you have, because I'm here with my children. My husband is still back home, and I'm still praying on the day that he will come and get a job. Okay, he has a very good job in Jamaica that pays him well. So it would be unfair for me to just say, okay, come and sit or come and not do anything. So when he is ready to make that move, he will make that move. And when he's ready to make that move, he would have to look for a job. Okay? I will have to help him to look for a job, whether we are going to go from offices to office or we are going to use recruitment agencies. But jobs are not provided for spouse by the schools. Okay? You will have to go and look at job. All right. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm happy that I did this live. I'm happy that you're finding value in the content that I'm sharing, not only with this one, but also on my YouTube channel as well. Okay. All the other videos. Dr. ITC kindly suggests some teacher recruitment agencies. Thanks in advance. You are doing a wonderful job by helping people like us. Thank you so much. Thank you, because someone helped me, so I'm willing to help others. And I love to talk about pay it forward, okay? Pay it forward. I'm going to write a few agencies. And I also have videos up on my page, and also a live stream that I did a tutorial on. Black Girl TT has one up on our channel, more than one, and Georgia has on hers as well. Direct Teacher Recruitment Agency. That's one. Oh. Vectus is another agency that you can apply to, as well as Ed Arabia. Ed Arabia is not an agency, but it is a website that have over 500 schools in the UAE on it, and you can click on a school and go on a website. Okay. Teachaway. Teachaway is a good one. Teach Anywhere. That's another one. Hold on, I can spell this properly. Anywhere, Teach Anywhere, and Teach and Explore is another one. Another agency, Teach and Explore. Footprints. Recruitment. TES. TES. TES is one. Seek Teachers. Seek Teachers. And Georgia is dropping some names as well. So these are a few that I have registered on. And as I said earlier, you can check out some other videos that I have posted, and I will drop them in the description box after I end this live, okay? So all of these, they are legitimate agencies, all right? Legitimate agencies. Marlene, I wanted to use the one day to go to Foreign Affairs, and so I told them I was traveling from afar. Yes, use one stone, kill two birds, Georgia, of course. So Georgia added Jobloom and Indeed, okay? And Latoya, you asked about spouse. On Indeed, there are many jobs posts or vacancies advertised there for other jobs in other areas. And Black Girl TT did a video a few weeks ago specifically for jobs for persons looking for jobs outside of teaching. So check out our channel as well. You'll find one. Last week, Georgia put out one with some vacancies. Okay, Dr. IT? So you can go on Georgia's page, Georgia's lifestyle on our channel, and watch that video. Very short video, but it has screenshots of the different schools and agencies that have post jobs. All right. And guys, when you are signing up, you're checking out Black Girl TT. Good. Make sure you subscribe. Very good. When you are registering on these websites, guys, make sure you are not paying anyone any money, because agencies usually don't ask teachers to pay money. Okay, they get paid when you accept a job. That's when the school pays them. Or when you do an interview, that's when the school pays them. Okay, but there are some legitimate agencies that will charge you some consultant fees, or charge you some money to help with your CV and so on. But be aware of those agencies that you have to send money to process visa and all of that. Be aware. And don't be afraid that if you get an offer, don't be afraid to reach out to any of us, and say, okay, what do you think about this? And so on. So we will help you. We will guide you. Definitely. Okay. Okay, my husband is a teacher, so hopefully we can both get something. That is super. Definitely. Definitely. I hope you guys can get something. And I've seen where I know there's a teacher here that her husband is a teacher, and they were working at separate schools. Yeah. So at least you're in the same country, but one was working in the Western region while the other was working in the city. Okay. So Latoya, I hope that both of you will get a job. All right. Both of you will get a job. Please, you can always message me on IG, say me or leave a comment if you have a question. Right. Thank you, Black Girl Titi, for offering that. Hey, I'm on IG too, but I can't manage all these platforms, so I'm on it, but I'm not really on it. You understand? I check it once in a while. I check it once, but definitely I'm on YouTube and Facebook every day. All right. Marlene Smart. I must be doing something terribly wrong because I've been applying through all those agencies in addition to different schools side and no word so far. You are not doing anything wrong, Marlene. If you're a Jamaican, when I feel time, I feel time. You understand me? When I feel time, I feel time. What I feel can't be unfeel. When I was applying for jobs, there were days when I sat and I sent out 50, 100, and I'm not kidding you. I'm not exaggerating. During the summer of 2017, I sent out hundreds of CV. Hundreds of CV. I just went on the computer and said, schools in Abu Dhabi. And when the list pop up, I just click, 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 click. Schools in Dubai. And I just click, click, click and send. Trust me, you're not doing anything wrong. It's just not your time, but keep trying. As I said, guys, you see, end of July, a lot of teachers will not come back. August, a lot of them will not come back. Because we have seen this. It's no secret. We have seen it happen. September, first week of September, is going to be chaos in lots of the school. So put your CVs out there and make sure that you have a chance. As we would say, you can't win lotto and you not buy no ticket. You can't get a teaching job if you don't send out your CV. Okay? Put your CVs out there. Update your CVs. Okay? Make sure on your CVs, guys, you have I wouldn't even call them 21st century because, 21st, we have been in this century for a while, but you see what's this? Online. You see these skills that you need to teach online, put those on it. The platforms, put them on it. These apps that you're using, update your CV and put these on it, okay? Your time is coming, Marlene. Don't give up. Don't give up. Your time is coming. All right? And I've seen teachers started in October, teachers starting somewhere around March and January within a school year. I give God thanks. I was blessed because within 2 weeks after, I reached out to direct teacher recruitment agency, T.E.R, I got a job. But when it is your time, you will get it, all right? Dr. IT is saying, can you share the CV format used by you in your future videos? Thanks to you, Georgia, and Black Girl TT also. All right. I know they both have videos on this, but I haven't done one yet, and I will definitely use one. But guess what? I need to update my CV as well. Okay? I need to update my CV. But please make sure that your CV have all of these online skills, the apps that you can use, even to use the iPhone, guys, put it on it, the PowerPoint skills, the OneNote skills, how to use Nearpod, how to use Zoom, how to use Microsoft Teams. And for me, I've done some courses and got certification to be an Apple teacher, right? Because create an Apple teacher account and you can do those free training and get your certificates. Those can go on your CV. You can do free courses with Microsoft Teams, yes. And you can do courses with Educare. That's a UK organization. I did courses on online teaching, on online safety, stuff like that. Anything to do with online teaching and learning, right? But most of these are free. It was free for me, and I don't know if it was paid for by the school, but you can try it. That's getting certified as an Apple teacher and Microsoft. Please do those free, okay? Okay, let me see. Okay, Georgia is saying, oh, don't make me feel bad in Georgia and Black Girl TT. I'm not do that. It is a bit challenging for me, guys. I'm not lying. I'm not lying to do this. I would really like to help, but send me a message in Messenger and we will move on from there in regards to me providing you with more assistance and information. All right, let's take it from there. Okay, TT, great, thanks, Dr. ITMC. Have a picture on your CV, personal data, tabulate the info, have the most important sections, experience, qualification, skills, and references. Yes, very good. And make sure that your picture, your profile picture is one that is bright and chirpy, like nice smile. I don't know, nice smile. Don't take one that it's too serious, but give a little smile. Give a little smile. That is the first thing that your recruiter or the school is going to see. So your CV will sell you or break you. Okay? Yes, it is definitely challenging. So definitely Georgia has put some points here, guys. Look at that. Have a very nice pic with a clear background, not like my polka dots, but have a clear background and good lighting, professionally dressed. Yes. Oh, thank you, girls. Thank you so much for your support. Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? How many references should I add in the CV? I think minimum of 3. I think 3 is fine. I think 3 is fine. I think 3 is fine. 2 references, Georgia? Okay. Georgia said 2. Because I think that is okay. Yeah, 2 to 3 is fine. But make sure that you're able to get written recommendations as well as experience letters from these schools, okay? But make sure you include a character reference there as well. All right? Okay, I was asked by one of my batchmates in regards to sponsoring families. If we could sponsor our children above age 18, and yes, you can, but the schools that provide tuition and all those benefits in regards to education, educational benefits, they will not provide benefits for this child, okay? Because you know that's your child has now become an adult like mine. Yes, and here in the UAE, you can sponsor your female child, your daughters, up until they are married, okay? Up until they are married. And but for the male, for your boys, you can only sponsor them until they finish university, okay? So until they finish university, you can, once you have the documents to prove that they are still studying, you can do that. But after university, they would have to sponsor themselves. So they would have to get a job and sponsor themselves. But you can sponsor your daughters up to the age of 18, not 18 rather, until they're married. Until they're married. You shouldn't talk so loud. Let my girls hear. But yes, you can sponsor your daughters up until that time. Okay? And yes, you're talking about the references, Georgia, or the recommendation. It is good to if at least 1 or 2 comes from one of the places you have worked. You're talking about the references, right? I will assume. And yes. Yes, that is good, Georgia. That's a good advice. Make sure that you have at least 2 from your previous, 1 from your previous, 1 from the current, and at least a character reference. I don't know if they still use those, but as we say, I haven't done it in a while. I haven't applied for a job in a while. I'm ending this contract this year, but I'll stay on for another year. So maybe next year, I'm not certain. I don't know what will happen, where the Lord will lead me. But for now, I am going to stay with my current school, okay? I'm going to stay with my current school and I just roll over my contract because one of the benefits of teaching here in the UAE is that your contract is renewable, okay? Unlike the US, I'm not bashing the US, but a true, unlike the US, you don't have to work for 2 or 3 years and then you go back to your own country. Then you have to work another 2 years before you come back. No. Here you have you get limited and unlimited contracts for 2 years or 3 years. At the end of this time, you can renew your contracts, okay? Whether you want to stay on with the new school and you renew it for a year, so each year you keep renewing it, or you move on to another school and you start another contract, okay? So I will stay on with my current school. All right. Okay, Black Girl Titi, thank you so much, Tamika. She's gonna sleep, guys. Thank you. It is now almost 8 p.m. here in the UAE. And as Tamika said, she's gonna get some rest. Tomorrow is another school day, and we definitely have to plan for that. And one of the things about online learning, I don't know if you guys, you teachers on the live right now, if you're facing the same challenge, but it's a lot of activities to plan, man. The Nearpod lessons or the PowerPoint presentations, the Google Slides, it is a lot. Okay, Dr. IT, trust me, after constantly trying for 2 years straight, I lost all the confidence, but this chat really helped me to regain my confidence. Stay blessed. Thank you. Do you mind sharing which country you're from? Dr. IT, do you mind sharing which country you're from? But don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Trust me. I remembered a friend of mine. She's working at the same school that I'm working now. And when I came in 2000, you're from India. Don't give up. There are lots of Indian teachers here. Lots of Indian teachers here. And there are some schools that hire mostly Indian teachers, because you have a lot of Asian schools here as well. And the thing is, you just have to find that school that will give you that edge. It is an unfortunate thing, but a lot of schools here, they tend to look for teachers from the UK, from the US, or from England, Ireland, one of those countries. Okay, I don't know why, but honestly speaking, I've seen that happen. So just keep on trying. Do not give up, guys. Do not give up. There's nothing that state that if you send out an application today, you must hear back from them tomorrow. I've sent out hundreds, and some of them nothing. Some of them have received some automated response or replies, and that's it. Nothing. But I keep trying because this is what I want. I tell myself I need to I needed a break from Jamaica. I needed to see what international teaching was all about. So I decided to step out. So don't give up, guys. Don't give up, please. Don't get discouraged. Keep pushing. And if it's not the UAE, think about the other countries. Think about Bahrain, think about Qatar, Kuwait, Oman. Think about those countries. Think about Saudi Arabia. Think about those countries. And if you're applying for jobs in the UAE, please don't just look at Dubai. I don't know why people just think about Dubai alone. Dubai is only one of the Emirates in the UAE. It is not even the capital. Abu Dhabi is the capital of the UAE. So if you don't get a job in the UAE, in Dubai, check Abu Dhabi. Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Ajman, Al Quain, Sharjah, Fujairah, Ras Al Khaimah, 7. And all of these Emirates, they provide you with the same benefits straight across the board. All of them. Okay, Marlene, thank you so much. You are welcome. I'm so appreciative of the advice you and Georgia have provided me. I'm presently on Ed Arabia looking for opportunities. Thank you so much. You are welcome. You're welcome. And remember, when you go on Ed Arabia, click on schools, and then you will see schools for UK, Australia, New Zealand, and UAE. When you open UAE, you will see the different Emirates. And let me tell you, over 500. Send out once you have time. If you're in Jamaica tomorrow, Labor Day, labor on that. Labor on that tomorrow, right? Mm. Okay, Tasha is asking, what does it mean when it say your application has been screened? That means it can mean two things. That HR has received your CV, they have looked it over, and it can also mean that you have been shortlisted. Okay? Uh, Safety, you see, these countries are countries that I know of teachers working in. Saudi Arabia, I know teachers working in Bahrain. It is quite safe. You know, mind you, Saudi Arabia is a little stricter than, not a little, much stricter than the UAE in terms of protocols and culture. And I have teachers currently teaching in Oman, that is like maybe 4 hours away from the UAE. Yes, because there are many teachers here that when their tourist visa expires, they take a border run, what is called a border run, into Oman or into Bahrain, and then they just cross the border and come back, get a new tourist visa, and come back to the UAE. So these are teachers that are working in there, and it is safe. It is quite safe. Kuwait is quite safe as well. Qatar is very safe. Mind you, some of these countries together, they have their own little thing going on, but it doesn't affect expat in terms of you seeking jobs. I have friends that were working at my current school that moved to Qatar. I know one teacher, one single teacher, and another teacher with her family, that about 6 of them together moved to Qatar last year. Okay, so it's pretty safe. It's pretty safe, Tasha. It's pretty safe. Elisa asking, I applied until I'm tired. I did one interview which was well received. No, no one respond yet. Okay, 2 weeks now. Okay, Alicia, but that's very good, man. That is good. But keep trying, trust me. Tomorrow, send out more. Send out, yo, just send out. When I got this job, I don't even remember say I applied for this school. I was corresponding with this agent from EdVector, and then I did an interview with her and she was looking for some schools. So based on the benefits that this school was offering me compared to what she was telling me about with EdVectus and the school there, I thought she was the one who got this, set up the interview for me. When I reached out to her, she said, "Oh, I'm so happy for you, but unfortunately, no, I had nothing to do with that job." I didn't even remember applying for this school. That is how good God is. I didn't even remember applying for this school. Trust me. Okay, let me see. Who else? Tasha, all websites say that site is among the safest place. Yes. Be happy that you get an interview. Congratulations on that first step. Yes, Elisa, it is. It is a great achievement that you got an interview. Many teachers are still waiting on an interview or for someone to actually take up their CV. Take up their CV. You understand me? But keep trying, guys. Keep trying. Don't give up, man. We look about the Talawa, man, the resilience is there, you know? Still sending and hoping. Yes, Tashai. And I'm here for you, girl, I'm here for you. And you can always reach out to me whenever you have a question. Whatever question you have, I'm willing to help you. All right? Any more questions, my sweet people? Thank you so much for being on this live. We're going 2 hours strong. Don't want never more try some. I think I covered everything. All right, guys? Did I miss anything? Think. I have 12 people on this live. Think before I go. Did I miss anything? Anything in regards to benefits? Anything in regards to qualifications, what you need? Marlene, yeah, you see, hey, the live are nice, The live are nice, but everybody does congratulate and I encourage everybody because we just want when everybody come here, we just meet up and we just name some food and enjoy with self. Yes. Trust me, I have met teachers here that I just correspond with them via social media. And when they come here, it's just in person, that's it. Because we already know them. Yes. So that's the beauty of social media. Yes, man, in live, I turn up, I like it. Live, I go and good. All right, still sending. Thanks for that, Terina. It's been a blessing. We are here to help you, man. Trust me. And the more we help, and the more the blessing come. Trust me. It's the more the blessing will come. It will come. You guys will definitely get a job. And yes, Black Girl TT has been a blessing as well. And remember to check out her page. Remember to check out Georgia's lifestyle. And guys, help me to reach 1,000, okay? I'm on my road to 1,000 subscribers. Help me to reach there. Okay, guys? Help me to reach there. Okay, I am going to be leaving you guys now. So thank you so much. I need to go and exercise. I promised one of my friends that I would come and exercise with her. That she must it okay. So plan remind Tori I'm going to. Okay, she's telling me now that she's running late, so it just worked out. All right, guys. So if you do not have any more questions for me, I'll be ending this live. I'll be ending this live. Look, I think somebody cooked yesterday. So we have a little Saturday, Sunday. Not yesterday, but I'm not want to talk because I like to cook in bulk. So I make this big cooking on Friday. So it will last like for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yep. Yes, Tash can reach out to you. So if you have any question, just drop it in the comment section. I will respond. If not in the live chat, when the video, comes out, you can drop it there as well. All right, guys. And Elisa, as I promised you, I'm going to drop some emails for you for some that you can send. And it's the same school, but when you send it to different persons, you might, be lucky. I don't know, but I'm gonna drop it there nonetheless. And also some names of some of the schools. There's one here in Ruwais. Let me write it. Let me just write this one. Okay, that's one school here in Ruwais. And this school, there are 4 campuses, 3 in the Western region, and 1 in Abu Dhabi City. Yes, I'm waiting to hear that as well, Tasha. I want teachers to get through. We just want somebody to send me one message. I said, Terry, let me get you, me get one word. And check out this offer. What is it like? Where? I will get that. I will definitely get that news. I am speaking it into being that someone will send me a message and share the good news with me. I'm gonna say that. I will get it. All right. So that's Agnes School, and what is one? I'm not sure if this Sabis. I don't know if Sabis is a group of school, but here in Ruiz, it is called Ruiz Ruiz private school. So Sabis, that's another one that's here in the Western region. And when I talk about Western region, guys, I'm talking about country. In Jamaica, we call it country, we call it rural. And a lot of persons don't like to teach in the rural areas because it's way outside of the city. But guess what? If you get a job offer and they give you options, take the one in the country. Take the one in the country. You get additional benefits such as rural teacher or rural what? Rural teacher allowance or rural location, something. But it has to do with you working in the rural area. So you'll get at least maybe 1,000 or 2,000 dirhams extra on your salary. Okay. Thank you so much, my beautiful people. Thank you for participating on this live. Thank you for your support. And remember to subscribe. Remember to share my videos with your friends. Okay. Thank you, Georgia. No, it don't look rural. No. It doesn't look rural. When you're driving, it's just sand, but then you see railways. It's like an alien, a spaceship just beam down railways in nowhere. It's just in the sand. When you look around, it's nothing. But you just have the city in nowhere. The city just there. And when you drive in, it seems like you're in Florida. There are parts in ways that reminds me so much of Florida. Reminds me so much of Jamaica. Beautiful palm trees and flowers and greenery. All right. All right. What I was saying, I was gonna say something else before I said that. I just not throw that. All right. Okay, guys, whatever I forget, I will drop it in the comment section after I post the video. I'll drop it in the description box before I post the video. Bye-bye and big up on yourself. Take care. Share the video, share the vibe. Pray for each other. Hope the best for each other. Okay, guys? And you'll definitely get through. If I hear anything, if I see anything, I will definitely share it. That is why I say reach out to me on Facebook at Terina Ever Young. Let me write it again. Facebook at Terina Ever Young. And don't argue with me name because me Ever Young. Yeah. Even though I'm married name Davis, me Ever Young. That one. And at Terina Young Davis. Reach out to me on Facebook, send me a message because sometimes I will get like a little notification and I can share it. I can share it with you. I can easily share a link outside of YouTube. All right. Bye, guys. Take care. Let me write it. Take care and God bless you. Next time we're having these lives, them long lives, we will carry like food, like drinks. You hear? You have little drinks. Anything come pop up in your head, drop it in the comment section. I will respond as I go along. And as I promised, I will be putting out that video about the different curriculum. And I'm going to try to do it in a PowerPoint where you can, read the slides as you go along. Bye, guys.